My name's Tracy Cruz. I'm a counselor here at Court of Three. Also function as the clinical director. I'm the father of 4 kids, and me and the boys, we like to play paintball, and we like to go camping and airsoft and things like that. I guess all of us together, we enjoy going on vacation or going to St. Simon's or Jekyll or something like that, just to hang out as a family. Well, I knew I always wanted to help people. I kind of started out pre-med, and then I guess as I worked through things, I had people, who were friends and things that I always kind of talked to and helped them kind of work through their things. And just as I took my first psychology class, just became more interested in the brain and relationships and how things work. And from that, made the transition over and finished out and got my bachelor's and then my master's, and then I got an EDS in school counseling. I actually came out and taught for 3 years at a GNETS program, which is for kids with severe and emotional behaviors. And so as I spent time with them, just kind of learned more that I wanted to work with them more individually instead of trying to work with a whole group of kids at one time. So and then I moved in and worked for the state for, I guess, 9 years, and then came and worked at Court of Three. Since the beginning, kind of on and off. I guess Clay started, and I picked up a few clients here and there, kind of doing a little in the evenings, and then so eventually came on full time in 2013. I guess I enjoy people kind of finally getting to the point to where they're like, aha, I see what I was doing wrong, or I see how this works. I see why I do what I'm doing, and kind of getting a good understanding of why they do what they do, and then just being able from that to try to change that and kind of working to combat the things that they typically do that they've been using to survive for a long time, and just learning better ways of coping with issues and dealing with people. I think counseling's valuable because you're seeking wise counsel from other people. And for me, I know, and I think it is for everybody, it's hard to see yourself for yourself. I guess we do things and we've grown accustomed to doing things in a certain way. And a lot of times we don't see how that's detrimental to the relationships or the other things that are going on. And we need other people to point out the things that we're doing wrong and help us to work through and see ways out of the traps that we've got ourselves into. I prefer working with children and families. I just have a great heart for kids. It's where I've spent most of my time, mainly working in like a school setting, especially with kids with the severe and emotional and behavioral disorders. And I really just kind of have a heart for those kids and have worked with them pretty much since I've graduated college. Just really enjoying getting in there with them, their families. A lot of them come from a lot of generations of difficult stuff. Just trying to help them make a change and do something different than everybody else has. And I try to get the rest of the parents to be as involved as I can get them to, so they kind of know what's going on and they can teach the kids from what I'm doing. They can carry that on at home, because I only see the kids for an hour a week, and the parents are seeing them every day for hours, and the teachers are seeing them every day for hours. And if I can communicate to them what I'm doing, and then they can start using those same words and phrases and things, a lot of times it helps the change come more quickly and more easily to the kids. I guess I feel like with counseling, that first step of just jumping out there and kind of admitting that you have a problem and then knowing that you need help, it's a big first step. And I know a lot of people are sometimes scared of, what will this mean? I'm not crazy. People who go to counseling are crazy. And a lot of times it's just people coming in that have, just some relational problems or something going on. It's not necessarily mental health all the time, but there's a lot of wisdom to be gained through counseling, and people who do this all day long, and they kind of help other people work through issues and work through relationship things. And there's a lot to be gained that most of us don't really think about or know without having been through it before. So just take the first step, and I know it's scary and to open up to people, but by doing that, you kind of set yourself free. Yeah, it's funny, probably most of the things in session that I think about, most of them are changes that I occur in myself as I make revelations about, what somebody's going through, and then I present a scripture or something. I'll be sitting there in session, and a lot of times I'll feel like, okay, that wasn't me talking, that was more God speaking to them what they needed to hear at that moment. And those situations are really neat because you see them have that revelation that had I been using my own wisdom or my own knowledge, it was something that came from God and through the Spirit, and that was just neat to see them grab a hold of that and be able to kind of make a change. Some of the common things I see since I do children and family, a lot of the issues that I see are more ADHD, where kids having trouble focusing in school and things like that, but then also just being able to have that self-control and being able to, I guess, control their behaviors in certain areas. We see a lot of anxiety, kids worried about school, home, mom, dad, just a bunch of different things that their minds worry about throughout the day, and just trying to help them learn ways to trust and cope with those. And then I end up seeing a lot of behavioral issues because of the primary population that I work with, just trying to help them learn different ways to cope and different ways to express their emotions than through their behaviors and acting out. I guess favorite Bible verse would be James 1:2. So count it all joy. It just kind of reminds me that no matter what we're going through, there's always a purpose. There's always something bigger and just a reason that we need to keep moving and keep going, and how that can help other people and point back to God.